One, two, three, four. Those vegan guys. I thank you.
Hello, I'm Paul.
I'm Jason.
And together we are
Those Vegan Guys.
You'll get bored of that. I do it at the start of every video. I'm boring myself with it these days.
It's nice.
Have you seen the thumbnail on at the beginning of this video with that, 4 stages of the same body? That's me with my paps out. That is about 5 years ago.
Breasticles out for everyone to see.
Well, no, I mean, it's something I was very proud of at the time. But that journey from 41 to 44 took me about a year and a half, didn't it? Mm-hmm. Of really, good eating, not all the time. Of course, you got to have your treat days, but mostly good eating, which I was thoroughly enjoying. And regular visits to the gym, which has all fallen by the wayside now, but it is something we're going to get back onto, isn't it? What I wouldn't do, however, is ever do any of these here fad diets that folks are doing. We've noticed, and I'm sure you've noticed, that there's been a kind of spate of vegans not being vegan anymore. Vegans that are quite in the limelight. Yeah,
there's a bit of a trend going on, definitely, with these people, and yeah, it's a tricky one.
But we've noticed something, haven't we, with most of these converts, is that they've done really restrictive fad diets beforehand. Tim Shieff, for example, we really kind of had him on a pedestal for a good while, didn't we? And we thought he was such an excellent ambassador.
Kind of came from the whole Ninja Warrior thing, and we've both been into Ninja Warrior for years.
He did that amazing, like a video of PETA.
Yeah.
Do you remember where he was like standing on his hand on top of a building?
Yeah. And then obviously we saw him at the Manchester Vegan Fair and met him that time.
We did. There was a point a few years ago where we were planning to open a vegan cafe in Oldham, in our hometown. Long story short, never came off. But we did do a couple of vegan festivals on the build-up, didn't we? And that's where we met Tim. But Tim did a kind of this water fast diet.
It was what started off as a water fast diet and then kind of became like an extreme water fast, wasn't it?
Did he do it 30 odd days or something?
It was a long time, yeah.
And then, of course, eats fish and eggs, and now he's apparently, so I'm saying, my next step is I want to kill an animal myself. Which makes me think that fad diets can cause actual psychological damage, because honestly I can't see how you can go from being a vegan to then saying, yeah, I want to kill an animal now. It's bizarre
and strange, but we have noticed, and we're not necessarily experts in all of this, but we keep our eyes open and we observe and we look into things and we take the time to look into things, and we've observed a bit of a pattern, as Paul was kind of alluding to, of people who are vegan going through some kind of extreme diet and then not being vegan anymore.
Yep.
And we've noticed it with quite a few different, quite high profile vegans. So yeah, we wanted to kind of touch on that in today's video. Also kind of reference our own fitness journey, and the fact that...
Well, it's important to mention first, because I am a qualified health trainer. I worked for the NHS for 8 years as a health trainer. Got my Sitting Girls Level 3 certificate in health training. So I don't come from a place of guesswork, but I don't know everything, because a big part of what we didn't get taught really was nutrition, which is
Oh, the child. The child wants to come in.
Cats. Told you it was too windy. Bye.
Bye.
That's Isis. The friendly neighbourhood cat.
Of course, if you've seen our previous videos, you may have seen her before.
Yeah, you've probably seen her. She jumps in every now and again. So yeah, how did I do the weight loss that I did at the beginning on that picture at the beginning? How did I do that? Well, like I say, really good eating. One of the main things I did was actually massively limit my bread intake. Bread and me, bread's like an abusive partner to me, that I know I should leave and never look back on. Sorry, that seemed inappropriate, but bread hurts me, bread damages me. And yet I want it all the time, and I kind of feel addicted to it. But I do have to get to the point now where I need to cut down on the bread again. We need to start going back to the gym again. As we've said in previous videos, Jason's 40 this year, I'm 50 this year. That picture on the thumbnail is about 4.5 years ago.
I did it made about 4.
Yeah, about 4 years ago. But I've done that twice in my life. Allowed myself to get to that size and then worked really hard to get back there twice. And now I'm back here again. Bigger than I want to be. I'm not happy at this weight that I am at the moment. And I'm not making excuses for myself, but I have just been through a pretty shitty time with work and the psychological damage that life can have on you sometimes, you know.
So yeah, it's the whole thing of kind of really helping others to understand that being healthy and the health element attached to being vegan, there are a lot of myths surrounding that.
So many.
And
well, everyone says that you can't be a healthy vegan, whereas the British Dietetic Society, I think it has categorically confirmed that a vegan diet is good for everybody. It's not like, yes, but don't do it for children, for everybody from birth.
Yeah, but there's also, I mean, there's the flip side of the coin, which is the kind of what we were wanting to get at as well, which is that just because you're vegan doesn't make you healthy.
No, absolutely not. I'd like I said, bread, in my face. Bread and pastry, and there's a lot of vegan junk food now, so we all have to be a bit more careful. And I wouldn't mind, and I'm sure that many of you are the same, and please let us know down there in the comments if this is true for you. When we do eat a healthy diet, and we have kind of, you know, what I would consider a healthy meal would be, let's say, for example, Linda McCartney sausages. I know they're processed and they're soya, but they're actually low fat, with a few steamed vegetables. In our case, it might be cauli, broccoli and peas, and then you might make a gravy to go with that, or you might just have, we're dry eaters, we actually quite enjoy a meal without gravy, don't we, like that. That would be a really healthy meal, and when we eat like that, we both feel great. But particularly of late, I comfort eat when I'm not particularly happy. And I have for the last 6 weeks, perhaps, been really comfort eating. I've probably put about half stone on just in the last 6 weeks, which is over £1 a week, and that's out of order. But it's good to acknowledge that. So don't think you're on your own if that happens to you. You're not on your own. Most of us are like that. And it has to do with how much you do physically, with what you eat, but it starts here. Everything starts here. If we're always, I placate myself constantly, which is what I'm now getting in check. It's like, you've had your time, you've had okay, so you've had a bad time, so you've eaten a lot of sandwiches. You know, kind of got to stop now, because it's not helping anything. Made you feel good at the time, but now you've put yourself in a position that you've got to work. And we all do it, you know, we all do it. You don't put weight on.
No, but I was thinking about this before, and I think the whole point of it is we all have flaws, and our mental health is impacted throughout our lives. It's the whole roller coaster that everybody refers to that is life in general. And, you know, I look at myself from, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years ago, and I noticed that because my exercise regime has fluctuated, I noticed stuff as well. So yes, there are people that are specifically on like a weight loss journey or a weight management journey. But then there's also myself, who I'm kind of on a journey where I'm wanting to achieve something as well physically. Although that, I have to say, as I've got older, is less about looking healthy now and more about being healthy.
Yeah.
And that's the big one. So I imagine that over the coming months, as we're on this journey, we'd love for some of you to come on this journey with us, because quite a lot of our content is going to be kind of relating to dispelling myths, eating a bit healthier. No doubt you'll be doing loads more recipe videos, things like that.
Yeah, so healthy ones though, and not just recipe videos, because it's the whole meal planning thing like we did with the Greek platter video. It's just about meal planning videos and what goes together well. So it's not necessarily recipes even, it's, we just put this with this and we work it together and we've got a great meal. Why don't you join us? That kind of thing,
That kind of thing.
But I'm looking forward to getting back onto, because I'm not feeling great at the moment health-wise. I'm very aware my body is saying, you've gained too much weight, girl. Boy. All of you in there, stop feeding him sandwiches. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting couple of months ahead, I think, because I'm literally 2 months away from being 50. Oh, bless you. You hear that then? Yeah.
So just as always, it's going to be an interesting few months ahead for us, most definitely. Life is a journey. We're going to continue on this journey. And yeah, just, from my perspective, without wanting to throw anyone under the bus, without trying to slate anyone, just these vegans that are out there that are quite high profile, let's start looking at the reasons and rationale for them doing what they're doing. And let's look at that, and let's look at the consistent patterns here for a lot of them. There are some amazing high-profile vegans out there that have kind of almost reached celebrity status, and you can generally tell those that talk the talk and are doing things for the right reasons. I will reference Earthling Ed at this point, because I do truly believe that Earthling Ed is one of those people who comes at it from the right place, does it for the right reasons, and does it in the right way.
I hope to make him a cake one day and sit and have a brew and a slice of cake with him and a right good chat.
That'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, so let's just keep an eye. Let's all keep an eye out.
And let's support vegans who are on YouTube or on Facebook and who are making the effort to dispel myths and to talk honestly and openly about veganism and to share it in a positive way, because there are a lot of us out here, and yet there's these folks on big pedestals with, thousands and thousands of followers who are then saying, oh, I'm eating fish now. Vegans never quit. Vegans never quit. There's no such thing as that. People who try the vegan diet, who try a plant-based diet, quit. Vegans never quit. Am I right or am I wrong? Should we make it into a song? Should we all sing along with a gong? Do you know what I used to like? Mahjong.
Oh, we're not going down that route. No.
Shall I? No.
Silly games. Silly games. This is neither the time nor the place.
I'm sorry about that. Should we bring this video to an end?
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot more coming up on our channel. Please like, please do subscribe. Please go and have a look at our channel and all the new fancy thumbnails, and click the little notifications bell, because we really do have a lot coming up. Started making notes and everything. An actual, planning. Because we want to be a positive example of veganism. And that starts with owning your own fatness from all the junk food and getting a check on it. And that's what I'm going to do.
Love you guys.
Love you.
Love you.
Please, as always, be excellent to each other. Aye, if you're watching this, you've got to the end of our video, so well done for that. And we appreciate you watching. We'd love it if you liked this video, shared it with your friends and family, subscribe to our channel, and
Click the bell for notifications.
And that way you find out about all our future videos. And there's a lot coming, honey, let me tell you.